People of the world, I am here, right here, right now. What is up, my friends? Once again, we are working on this beautiful piece of American craftsmanship. Yup, I just realized I hit 740 subscribers. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. And I'm actually really surprised with not my newest videos performance. Make sure to go check that out if you haven't already. But my second latest videos performance, because it was at like 30, or 90 for a couple days, and then it shot up to 1,500. So thank you for that. I'm glad you enjoyed the video. And I'm actually uh let me promote the stream a little bit, just a little bit. Alright, the stream's been promoted a little bit. There we go. If you are just tuning in, I am working on this train right here. The real life thing is the Pulson 70 steam locomotive, currently owned and operated by the Rainier Scenic Railroad. I've been working on this for a couple of months, and I think it's looking pretty good. And then I had the great idea of working on it live, so it started earlier this month, and we are continuing it today. I could be wrong, I believe it's raining. I'm actually gonna go check that real quick. I'm gonna mute my mic, but I'll be right back. People! I am back. It is raining, actually. Earlier today, I was out in my backyard pool, and my mother had informed me that apparently there's supposed to be heavy rains, heavy thunder, and heavy lightning that was going to come around tonight. It was supposed to start an hour ago. An hour ago, I looked out the window, I was like, I wonder why it hasn't started yet. It's probably not going to rain. And then I look out the window, boom, it's raining. And then I was using the bathroom just now, then all of a sudden I hear deafening, and the ground starts to shake. So, I guess I was wrong there. I'm dying. But yeah, today we're gonna since I got all of the major big stuff done, there's not really too many big things we could do. So basically, at least on the locomotive itself, all we can do is work on the little details. Let me show you my reference thing. This is a video that I took while I was at Rainier Scenic Railroad. My hope is that we can get this. Oh wait, you may not be able to see my mouse. Hold on, let me go into the settings and try to turn that on. I'd be at like a. It's upsetting that I don't have my cursor, but and kind of like the middle of the boiler is like this pipe that goes from the cab, slopes down and goes into the boiler. I was hoping to remake that on both sides today. I also wanted to work more on the cab, pretty much just get the structure of the inside of the cab done, the back of the firebox, the chairs and the floor and everything. And I also want to make the cab doors, and maybe even go online and make details for the decals. Sorry, for the number on the cab and also the white thing that goes around it, basically. But actually, we could probably do that in Roblox Studio. I guess we'll find out. And after that, pretty much when it comes to looks, most of this will be done. But then I'll have to make actually no. I got the functioning part about this train completely done. I just need to work on the details, which after the cab and boiler details are done, then it's just gonna be a matter of figuring out every single detail that's underneath this thing and putting as much of it as I can into the train. That's something I forgot to say earlier. If my stream suddenly stops, you probably know what happened, because as I said, it is raining really bad, and I might have lost power. Because, yeah, for those who don't know, I do live in Washington, and at least where we live in Washington, whenever it rains, either rains kind of mildly or kind of bad, and we've lost power on numerous occasions. One time, we weren't even having any rain, but we lost power. You know why? Because some dude ran into the electrical box. Anyway, before we begin, I'm going to put on some music. If there's anyone even watching the stream, if they want to suggest any music, then feel free to do so. But for now, I'm going to play some classical stuff. So if you guys have any trouble hearing me at all, just let me know in the chat. And yes. Sure, I think we're gonna begin with Cabador. Oh, fuck. Hold on. I have my reference footage on my other monitor so I can see what's going on. So, You may not be able to see exactly what I'm doing. Well, what I'm seeing, at least. Whoa. I heard more thunder, and the left side of my chair started to shake. That's not right at all. That's probably as close as I'll be able to get it. My lights just flickered. There we go. That was definitely some thunder. I don't know if my mic picked that up. There we go.
Door. It's a door.
Alright, now the fun part. We go into the properties, turn off collisions, all this goodies. Make sure it's massless, so it has no weight. And then, just in case, go into the custom physics settings and turn off everything in here. And there we go. And for other measures, go here. Or let's get another block and make it glass. Turn off all the same goodies here too. On a difficulty where I keep selecting the cab. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lock the cab. There we go. Now I can't touch it. Alright, I'll weld it to the boiler since it's welded to the frame, which is welded to everything. And it really doesn't matter. Same with the door. Duplicate this. Make it go to this side too. Now we have doors. Now let's do a running test. Let's make sure we can go through them. Up! What was that? Oh, this platform here, you can fall through it. That's not intentional. Yeah, I'll have to fix that. I don't care if I can. Oh, now that I think about it, we probably should drive it anyway. Just make sure it stays in there. And it looks like it is. And the whole thing's holding up pretty good. Apart from the occasional jittering, that's perfectly fine and acceptable. I just heard some more thunder. Hello, J-Dog! Isn't it kind of like it's kind of small, isn't it? Though, isn't it? Yes, it is, because this engine in real life is quite small for a train. It is a 282 meaning the wheel arrangement, 2 leading wheels, 8 driving wheels, and 2 trailing wheels. Is a 282 Mikado. Sometimes train wheel arrangements were given specific names. A 282 is also called a Mikado, based on a Japanese ruler of some sort. I don't really know too much about him. But yeah, this is a logging Mikado, primarily used in logging railroads. And since it has to traverse big grades and everything, it needs to be quite small but still powerful. This is a real locomotive that resides currently at the Rainier Scenic Railroad, operated on the weekends. And I've taken great inspiration from it, and I'm remaking it in Roblox Studio. I can't see it, but I'm using reference footage of the real thing that I took when I went to go see it. I'm not really much into trains, so I don't know much about this, but it's cool seeing you build this. Well, thank you for joining the stream regardless. I do appreciate you being here. But, I'm lost. But once again, thank you for tuning into the stream. I really appreciate it. Currently just trying to figure out what to do next, because apart from a couple of things that I could be doing, such as making a pipe that goes along here and that goes into the boiler right there, can't really think of too many other things to do. The next big thing to do is work on the cab interior, because right now it is empty and you can see straight through it, which is not how it's supposed to be. So you're yeah, just in the event that My stream suddenly stops. It is currently it is currently an all-out thunder and lightning storm going on right now. So I may lose power because from where I am in Washington, whenever it rains, it's either really light or really strong. There's not too many times where it's in between. So yeah, I guess I can work on that pipe that I mentioned. So I'm gonna do that. You start off with cylinder. Let's heard some more thunder. Yo, what's up, Scully? I'm just making a train. How are you doing? Is this the building process or all into one, like the driving GUI and whatnot? Rain. I'm trying to read, and I'm slow in the mind, so give me a second. All right, this just build is it just the building process or all into one, like is the driving GUI and whatnot? Let me try to process what that could have mean, because the grammar, in my opinion, wasn't the best. Either that or I'm just stupid, probably both. I don't have any driving GUI for this, but this does function. It is a, it does work. Once I figure out how to make UI in Roblox Studio, I will definitely do that. Functioning GUI is something that I've wanted to do for a long time, but I just haven't done it yet. But once I figure out how to do it, I will definitely do that. One big thing that I've always wanted to do for Roblox stuff is make like a GUI thing with especially like a whistle cord that you can pull down, and it varies the pitch of the whistle, like the more you pull it down as it is in real life. Now on to Schoolies thing. The rainstorm I went through today went your way. Also, I'm doing well. Drive was 12 hours long to Kentucky. Oh yes, you're in Kentucky now. And wait, so you think that the rainstorm that you were in today is the same one that I'm doing right now? Well, how bad was it? Was it like a full-on torrential downpour with with deafening thunder and lightning? Because that's what we're going through right now. I didn't want it to come out like that. That's annoying, but it works. Zero. I don't want 67. What are you, crazy? There are far better ways we can do this. One of them being this. That's not what I wanted. I wanted sphere. I don't think Scully is coming back well. Oh. Yeah, sometimes people just join my streams then leave. It's especially fine if they have something planned. What did I just say? Just heard some more thunder. Damn! Yeah, I don't know why it, like, goes out like that, but I guess it's kind of accurate since, because of the roundness of the boiler, it would have to do that anyway. Hey, what do you guys think of the music so far? If you want me to change it, I certainly can. Do you ever plan on using meshes for parts? Because parts is impressive, and the most time meshes are for lazy people. I've like the only mesh that's on this entire thing is the bell, mostly because if I wanted to make a bell, yeah. The only mesh that I've used so far in this entire model is the bell, mostly because if I wanted to make my own bell, it would take a while. And even though I want to pay as much homage to the real thing as I possibly can, like, I'm not gonna make every little speck of dust on this thing, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, the music, okay, not something. Oh, please. Oh, I guess classical music isn't for everyone. If you had a specific request, I can certainly do that. Copyright free rate? Well, I'm not making any money off of this, so it doesn't really matter. Unless I get a copyright strike, I guess that's bad. It's like, I would like to keep it copyright free, but if it's like copyright, well, if it's something like Taylor Swift music, then first of all, I'm not the biggest fan of Taylor Swift, so I wouldn't play that anyway. Second of all, that's too much copyright. Also, Nintendo music, because you know how angry Nintendo can be about people using their stuff. Like, they get mad at creators for people playing their games. Y'all heard that, right? That was loud. It shook my chair. There's no... No, I'm not gonna do something like that. Doesn't do that. Do something with Wii music or SpongeBob music. I got you. Hold on. Opening up File Explorer 2.0. Oh, let me turn that down. And yes, you heard that. Like, that was so loud. But, yeah. Is this something you were thinking of? I'm sorry, I'm restarted. Alright. So this is now one piece. Oh yeah, also I remember you were talking about like using meshes earlier. Also, like to clarify a little bit on that, I do agree meshes are for lazy people. I'm trying to make as much stuff from scratch on this as I can because I would always, because on all of my earlier models and games, I would always just like steal people's models essentially, and if they weren't up to my standards, I would just mod them a little bit. Basically just taking, like, basically just kit bashing, but mostly theft. Oh, that is not what I wanted. So the gimbal is straight. Hold on. Well, it seems like I can't edit that pivot. Reset. Oh, I can do that, though. There we go. Let's face it, I'm probably gonna have to... Oh, wait, what I can do... Okay, we're gonna have to do this the hard way. Oh, no, we don't. There we go. Yes! Look at this. There we go. Now we're back in business. I should probably move that. It's kind of the perfect thing for a building montage. Yeah, I guess so. I do have more music. I do have some music from a creator called I believe if I'm pronouncing this right, I believe people call him Nico Patty. Could be wrong. Yeah, he has a game called Nico's Next Spots. He has great music, by the way, and sometimes I use some of his stuff in my videos. There we go. Looking quite snazzy if I do say so myself, and I do say so myself. And yes, you still use meshes now, probably because I do like realistic maps. I'm curious to see your work. And then sell them. Do you do like Roblox work or do stuff on other softwares like Unity? And but if I'm in a game with building tools, I just do parts. Okay. Because I'm incredibly slow, I'm trying to understand this while also concentrating on this, so I do apologize if I don't quite understand your question or statement, right? There we go. Looking quite snazzy. Oh yeah, real quick, cause I guess I can just say this. I do use unions a lot because, like, I don't use meshes, but I use unions, which are so much of a time saver sometimes, and are just it's a blessing in disguise. Especially since if every single piece was an individual part, this train alone would, like, when it's done, would probably be like 67 gigabytes. But since eventually everything that's the same color and texture, I'm gonna group into one union. For example, this air tank, these pipes, this boiler, firebox, and cab structure, everything that has the same texture, I'm gonna group into one union at some point, or at least if Roblox will allow me to. That'll make it so it's one part and not 1,000 different parts, and that'll save you a lot of space. It's perfect for optimizing. Also, I'm going to do that. I do Unreal Engine and Roblox Studio. Well, you're a smarter man than me. I tried Unreal for a little bit, but I couldn't get my brain wrapped around it, and I was it was at a time when I was struggling for storage space. Still am now, at least on my main hard drive. I don't know what's taking up 200 gigabytes. I can only count like 60 gigabytes of what's on there. It's crazy. But yeah, so I uninstalled it to save a little bit of space. I do want to get back to Unreal though, because probably after this, because I'm working on a game that remakes the Mount Rainier Scenic Railroad. So probably after after I get this game done, which will probably be in like a year or so, I'm probably going to re-download Unreal and try learning that. Because I do hope to make like indie games on platforms such as Steam and whatnot. Well, you know. One of my top 3 career choices would be working in a railroad industry, like being a train driver, conductor, or who the hell ever. But another one of my top 5 career choices I would choose would probably be a game dev. Like especially since it's surprising. I've actually only started making stuff for Roblox since 2020, and I pretty much just stole everything, and all the stuff I made was crappy. But look where I am now. Pretty much everything from the wheels to the rods, everything except for that bell I made from scratch. Well, apart from the driving system, which is just a vehicle seat too, that I just borrowed. But everything else, beautiful and looking all nice and crispy. Am I giving you a stroke yet? Let's take it for another spin, because I just deleted something. I just deleted something that I left there. I'm gonna quickly make sure that everything is doing okay. Yep, everything's all fine. Let's run over this guy. What? How is he okay? Oh, yeah, that person is actually my cousin and one of the best YouTubers on the planet, Logical Cheese. He has a channel of his own. Just either search up Logical Cheese on YouTube or go to my channel, scroll down, and you'll find him. He has 12,000 subscribers, which I still can't wrap my mind about. Why am I talking about him now? Man, I'm a suck up. Anyway. What next? What next? What next? I guess the next thing that I would need to do, that I should do, is work on the cab. Like, get some of the interior started on this. Basically, just the floors, the back of the firebox would be right here. The seats and everything. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do for the rest of this stream is basically just gonna be the cab work, which I am both excited for and dreading at the same time, because it's a small, confined space. I would do what a game called Rails of GG County does, and just not do the cab details, but I said to myself, I'm gonna remake as many parts of this locomotive as I can, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I do have to use the bathroom real quick, so I'm gonna do that. So I'll put you on the intermission screen, and I'll be back in a minute. BACK, I'm back. I may have to shut off the music and put on something different, unfortunately. Yeah, I have to do that, sorry. I need my reference footage. Ugh! I just heard some loud crackling noises. Sorry about that. Actually, I might be able to... Hold on. I need to go onto YubTub and look up the official Mount Rainier Scenic Railroad YouTube channel to get the reference footage I need. Ooh.
Wander around, make sure the boiler outed hurriedly. Have to go inside the firebox and
It's just perfect. Let me put on some of that Nico's music I told you about. No, wrong one. There we go. How is that? It's okay. I have other ideas. Hold on.
Hold up.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. We got this classic. Oh, I might be able to do with this. Good old slate texture. Ah, that's matched too much. It looks about right. What do you plan to do for 1K subs? I keep forgetting to advertise this more, but I plan on dyeing my hair the same shade of green that I use in all of my channel profiles and whatnot. So, Hold on. Let me actually look at my channel logo. Hold on. So that green, that shade of green, that's what, like, the one in this upper corner, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dye my hair that green. Like, and it's not just gonna be like a thing where it's like, I'm gonna have it that green, for like a day, then I'm gonna get it cleaned out. It's like, I'm gonna have that, like, I'm gonna keep my hair that green until, either I go to, like, a funeral where then I should probably get rid of it, or a wedding or something like that, or or eventually when I get my hair cut, then that's when, then I'm gonna do that. Okay. I don't want to dye my roots, my roots green. So I think there are some ways that you can, like, have your hair grow the same color that you dye it. I could be wrong. I'm no hair dyeing expert, so feel free to roast me in the chat. But I believe there are some ways to, like, have your hair permanently grow that color. I don't want that. I just want my hair to be dyed like that until it gets cut off. It just feels like it make the firebox same. Yeah, there we go. Actually looks a lot better than the diamond plating. But that's what I'm gonna do for 1K. So, if you want to see that, subscribe. We're less than 300 away now. Earlier this year, like earlier this February, I think that's when I hit like 500 or so. Could be wrong. Oh yeah, I forgot music. I should. Unless you don't want that song again, I'll just put it on loop. You got clay roof tiles as a texture now? I guess it makes sense. I don't want that. I hate Roblox. Okay. There we go. And I need a light. That works. Block of light. Ah! Wait a minute. There we go. It's, you can see like the shadow part line. That is ridiculous. That is the brightest thing I've ever seen. Jeez. Oh, that is weird. Oh, you can actually see the texture in the ground. That is incredible. And you can see the distance of it. You can even see like the dome of effect. Wait, hold on. Oh, the furthest you can make it go is 60. You got normal, then. Alright, I had my fun. That wasn't the rain. I just heard like a loud squeaky noise, and now I'm concerned. It also kind of hurts my hearing. You know what? That works. At least I can see decently well. But now the black is blue. The pen is blue. You can look at that because now it's black. Now it's blue. Very odd. Okay. Now that's way too bright. Alright, that works. If for some reason there are two things of metal that like stick out of the firebox kind of and go down somewhere, I'm gonna model them. Don't know where they connect though. I would assume they connect to the frame, which conveniently is actually right below this, so it works out. That wasn't meant to be weird. Bing, bing, boom, boom. Okay, so all these have collisions on them. These two don't necessarily need it. Sometimes, like, a tip that I would give to anyone if you're working on a thing like this and you need to decide, when to give it collisions and when to not. The biggest thing I could advise is what in real life would actually require collisions. Everything, obviously, but in Roblox, you're going to be, like, there are some things that you're going to be able to walk around and touch, and other things you're not going to be able to walk around and touch. Because in some cases, like, in real life, you'd be able to reach down and touch this thing. But in Roblox, you can't, like, unless you hack or something like that, you can't bend down and grab it, or unless I add a feature where you can do that. So, on stuff like this, and for the sake of these posts that connect to the frame, I would assume, you don't necessarily need collisions, especially since the more objects that have collisions in a Roblox game, that's more calculations it's gonna have to do, and the more it's gonna hurt the optimization process, because if you want the game to look good but run smoothly, you need to minimize the amount of calculations a game is doing. Like, for example, the more detail that's on an object, that's more calculations that it's doing. And it's not just rendering them. Rendering them is one thing, but especially if they have collisions and and they affect the light path that goes through them, that's even more calculations that the computer has to do. So, unless you're running Roblox externally, you're just using unless you're running Roblox on a thing where it's someone else's servers are using it and you're just it's basically just screen sharing it to you, but you're able to control it, or you're using a friend's computer, then have at it. Well, since no one is commenting yes or no for music, I think I'm going to turn something on in a second. Alright, now we have proper floor under the seats. And they won't look this ugly once I'm done with them. If you're wondering, none of this is grouped, so you can select each individual little part. So if you're wondering what the actual frame that drives it looks like, I'll show you. I'll select the seat and move it over. This is all the stuff that's connected to the frame. This is the rest of the locomotive. Pretty much all of the wheels and the things that allow the wheels to rotate like that are the only things that move. Oh yeah, I should probably make that and the thing back there transparent. But if you're wondering what the Rainier Scenic Railroad 70 looked like without any wheels or rods, that's what it looks like. It looks so cursed, but I wish I could do it like that more often, where it's I could just see it like this, and it makes it so much easier for detailing. But it'd be but actually, unless I move the rest of it, it would be kind of simple. I'm rambling, so I'm gonna stop. Hold on, folks, I'm trying to help. Trying to figure out music. That's probably copyrighted, so I'm not gonna play it. What do I know that sounds good, but that's not copyrighted? I actually have no clue. So I'm gonna resort back to playing what I have on my hard drive. Oh, I know. Oh, I didn't mean to do that! No! There we go. Move that light. I'm gonna move that beaming thing that blinds you over there while we do a little driving test. I just realized by walking into it I can move the locomotive. Kinda cool. I can't touch the seat! I need to figure that out. I can't fit in the door, well I guess that's fine. Top in. Wrong seat. There we go. Alright, yeah, that works just fine. You can hang your arm at the window. My hat doesn't clip to the top. I think this is great. And we can still drive it from the other seat. I'm just gonna put on the classical music again. Whoa, the lights are flickering. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah.
This trip got me Alaska Gold 75 status.
I don't care. Hello, Joseph. How are you today? Welcome to the stream. I just turned on the classical music again. Unless you don't like it and have other music suggestions, please throw them at me. It's good that you're doing good. Move these seats out of the way. Actually, no. I'm going to raise them up so I still know where they are. I can bring this light block that blinds you back here. There we go. I think that goes about that high. Do this. Blop, blop, blop. There we go. This shade of green for now, and then wood planks. Actually, that seems about a more appropriate height, unless I do that. There we go. How long did it take you to make this? I have been working on this for actually, now that I think about it, nearly 3 months at this point. Because once we enter the last week of this month, I would have been working on this model for 3 months. I went to the so for context, this is the Mount Rainier Scenic Railroad number 70, formerly Polson Logging Company number 70. I wanted to remake this because I like how it looks and I love the Mount Rainier Scenic Railroad. I was hoping to get this train done before then, but that didn't happen. Well, before I went to go see the Mount Rainier Scenic Railroad, that is. And that obviously didn't happen, but I'm still working on it 3 months later, and I have full-on plans to make an entire game based on the Mount Rainier Scenic Railroad. And when that game will come out, I don't know. I would roughly estimate that the trailer for that game, or said game, would come out sometime next year. Still have no clue when that would be, though. Moving the seats backwards a little bit to a more appropriate spot. Those blocks that are seats are going to be transparent in the it's at a later date, but for now they are visible. Oh, that is what I was fearing. I wanted them to be low enough where it's it looks bright, but not high enough where my flamingo hat sticks through. Never give up, my dude. You got this. I sure do, and I will not give up. I haven't over the course of 3 months of working on this, after all. But yes, thank you for that. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it, and thank you for joining the stream.
How come you never come visit? Your sister come.
Oh, that's an ad. I was like, what the heck is that? There we go. We're all good. I'd say lower the seat a little bit more. See, my flamingo hat still sits up a little bit. Well, I guess like you can see the seats there, so I won't lose track of them or anything. There we go. Finger crack. Finger crack. Finger crack. Cracking fingers. This turned into an ASMR. Sponsored by me. The flamingo hat sticking up is currently, right now, acceptable. Also, if you're wondering if I'm gonna scream about how the arm sticks out, the engineer of the 70 does that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, I was about to say, why can't I back up? Another light block is there, so I can't really move back anyway. It's funny, my hat on the other side is completely gone. I think this side is raised up slightly more on the other side. I guess it's true that I can't get this perfect because some people are gonna have hats or whatever that stick out farther than others. Some Roblox avatars are gonna be taller or shorter than others. So, doesn't matter, but I'm gonna make myself happy. See how that looks. No hat on the side, no hat on the side. So yeah, I guess it was a little bit higher than the other side. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the block up on the ceiling. There we go. Trying to think, what else do I want to do in here for now? I do want to make as much detail in this cab as I can, but I'm not going to do everything, of course. Guess what I will do is I'll make the backrests to the engineer and fireman seat. Because a cool thing about the 70 locomotive, the fireman and, actually, I guess this isn't really a specific thing to the locomotive itself, because this features on tons of different locomotives. Heck, even the Union Pacific Big Boy has this thing to it, where it's usually, well, the Union Pacific Big Boys with the 4 seats that are further back than the driver and fireman seats. The rear seats or just the seats on locomotives typically have the backrest built into the back wall to save money and space. Well, more so space rather than money, because they didn't entirely care how much money they spent, on some trains. Well, yes and no, but that's a conversation for another day. But it works just fine. And I get that the actually what I can do is the textures aren't actually like this, because I think it's more of a leather. But metal looks wrong. I guess I could try rubber. That's cracked lava. Glass. Oh, hey, we actually have leather. We have leather thing here. Oh, I know I can do this. I have idea. Yes. This is gonna look awesome. I have a question. Is the game going to be on PC or mobile or both? Well, the game is going to be decently graphically heavy. So I'm gonna do some tests. I'm going depending on your system, I'm going to try to make it so that the game is on PC and tablet. Depending on what phone you have, it will greatly depend on how your chances on you being able to run this game. So maybe at launch the game may not be available on phone unless I do prior tests, which I will do. Now I think about it, but in a nutshell, I'll do tests. If the game runs well or runs decent on a phone, on a phone. Why did I say it like phone? If it runs decent on a phone, then it'll be available on phone, tablet, PC, and console, maybe even VR. But if it doesn't run well on phone, then it's not going to be on phone. Let's just say that. But it will be on tablet, because a lot of people have those too. Same with Xboxes. Hello, Showdisk. What game are you making right now? If you've ever heard me talk about that, if you remember this, I'm working more on it. I'm also, I'm working more on this engine, because, you were here for the last time I did a stream for it. Oh my god! Why did it spawn over there? I don't want to. No! Ball. I'm currently making the, what are you making for the train? I'm currently making a more detailed version of the backrest for the seats. Because, in real life, you have the seat, and then you have the backrest for it, that's leather, it's a leather coating around a layer of foam for comfort. So that's what I'm currently making as of this very moment in time. Yeah, the next few streams that I'm gonna do are probably gonna be working on the cab. I might do another stream eventually where it's working even more on the cab, and then hopefully the stream after that will be finishing up the cab, and subsequently the locomotive itself. Because after the cab and a couple other things in this general area underneath the boiler, then it should be good to go. And be finished. Then I'll be able to work on the tender. That can go like that. There we go. Now I weld these. I don't know why. I think it selected something in the background. Didn't want that. But yeah, I'll now select backrests. Weld them to that. Make sure they have the right properties, traffic collisions on all of this. Make sure they have no mass, so they don't add any weight. Boom! Now we have, apart from the seats, which I believe, unless I'm wrong, I don't have, like, good footage of the cab or anything, so I actually can't really tell what it looks like inside the train's cab, but I can estimate and make predictions. So I'm gonna say, and especially with my experience being inside Big Boy 4017's cab, I'm gonna safely say that that looks a little something like that. And I'm going to make the actual seats, which are these blocks that stick out, like a 50% transparent, so they're still there. I'm gonna do a quick test and see. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. I greatly appreciate it. I'm glad we could all be here on this fine rainy day. Let's start the passenger fire in the seat first. It works. My arm sticks through. My hat doesn't stick to the top. And it looks like I'm actually sitting on the chair. I go into the driver's seat. Everything looks good. My arm sticks out. Doesn't look too unrealistic. My hat doesn't stick to the roof. And let's take it for a quick spin, aka going forward and backwards. It's actually kind of cool that we have a cab now, because before it was just you stare at the boiler. Then I added the cab structure, and then today I added the doors and everything, and now today I added the floor. So it's actually looking more and more like the interior of a locomotive, and I really like it. Okay, I think the last thing I'm gonna do for the cab as of tonight is work on the firebox door. On most steam trains, especially in the early days, burned coal, or in the early days they burned wood. But later, a lot of steam trains were converted. They were not converted, but they burned coal. This train, I don't know if it always burned oil or if it was converted to, but this train runs oil. It uses oil for the firebox.
Seattle area, the job market is
Shut up!
getting a business
That's an
degree
ad,
to
so.
BU can be life-changing.
Yeah, it's an
Finished
ad,
my
so.
master's degree within
Shut up!
Ireland.
I don't care about
I was able
master's
to
degree
apply
right
for
now. I
jobs
don't
that I
even know if
would
I'm
never
going to
have
college ever.
qualified for had I not had this degree.
Look at this instead. That's this thing in the middle of that the dude is pointing to. That's what I'm gonna make. That's what I'll make next, at least. So where it's not blinding bright. Alright. Snow texture because it works. Material color. Decently gray. Alright, I'll do it on this side so I have access to light. You should use the streams to make videos about the process of making this game. Maybe. Now that I think about it, I haven't told anyone about this yet, but I have created a new YouTube channel. It is called Driveville Productions. If you go onto my main channel and scroll down and look through the channels that I've linked, Driveville Productions is one of them. I may make this a regular series on that channel, but not my main channel. Driveville Productions is 100% about trains. If you like my train-related content, both on my main channel and my streams, you should definitely go over to Driveville Productions. I'm not gonna switch over this streaming series to Drive Up Productions just yet. I'm gonna wait until I get both the locomotive and tender of this engine done before I switch over. But once this locomotive and tender are done, then I'm gonna be switching this streaming while working on this game series over to Drive Up Productions. And yes. Stop moving! Boom. Oh, I just realized something. An idea that I had was that there's actually that is not tall enough. So yeah, I need to redo this a little bit. Now what are you making? I'm making the firebox door. It looks a little bit different than most engines because this engine in real life currently burns oil. So I'm making this bit that the dude's hand is pointing to. Yeah, I'm making that. Normally for firebox doors on coal burning engines, it's basically just like two plates that move over to either side. So a fireman can toss a shovel full of coal into it. This engine burns oil, and it has a pump or something that feeds oil into it. So that's just a door to observe how the fire is doing, and it's also one of the points for air to get into the fire for more efficient combustion. In a nutshell, David, Showdisc, knowing you, you would call this arson. That's not exactly what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find a fire texture. Maybe not Well, that could work, maybe. I have ideas. Move that over there for now. Now, there's a hole in there. Wish the fire didn't travel so far. Let's see if I could fix that. What'd I do? Oh, that works pretty well, actually. Smoke is a bit much. Oh, that works pretty well. Actually, I have a better idea.
There are thousands of pictures on your phone.
Shut
But
up!
some just hold a special place in you. Like when two Charlies hung out. The epic.
Here we go. Now I'm gonna quickly make like a little door thing, or a little cover that goes over the fire. Little hole. This look like there's a cover that goes over this hole, so it's not constant. I was checking out chat. Okay. How realistic are you gonna make the gameplay? That's actually a really good question. I haven't entirely decided what gameplay is necessarily gonna be yet. My main idea, primarily, is that I wanted to what I initially wanted to do was make it so that you like maybe I could have like multiple modes to the game. It's like the first mode is that it's just free roam. That's probably what's gonna come out when the game initially launches. It's like you do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want, and like you can drive the trains on your own terms, and there's like no one, you don't have to do anything. But think about making another mode where it's like you work at the Rainier Scenic Railroad, and and you're gonna do like passenger trains like they do, and you have to like take them up the mountain and do you have to take them up the mountain and do the same operations that they do, basically. So basically just giving like train rides for people, and that's about it. If anyone had, and maybe another idea for game mode that I could do is what I like to call the rock trains. Because in the 90s there was they had a dirt embankment that was initially built to redirect a river. But in the 90s, there was a big flood event from Mount Rainier, and that dirt embankment got washed away, and they had to build a new bridge there. What I think would be awesome is if I could have a game mode where the bridge is washed out, and you have to go, and in real life they actually had to go to a quarry that was on the railroad. They had to get the rocks from the quarry and bring it over to the new bridge site, and they would dump the rocks, and then the construction crew would build the bridge. I think it would be awesome if I could do that, and I'm certainly gonna try. I didn't even think of that idea until now, and I really want to do it. I'm gonna try to pay as much homage to the Rainier Scenic Railroad as I possibly can, because they have been my main inspiration on a lot of things for the past almost half a year now. These people are awesome, and they deserve the most respect I can give them. And if this isn't something if this isn't a form of respect, I guess I'd say, then I don't know what is. There we go. Oh no, what? I have to deselect the fire essence piece. Okay, there we go, and now I'll just group this. And now I can drag and drop it into the engine. We'll hopefully see it when hopefully when the game is done, they see it. What do you mean they see it? The Mount Rainier people? Oh, the Mount Rainier Secret Railroad guys? I actually had hopes to reaching out to them and trying to get the game endorsed by them. Maybe not sponsored, because I don't want them to pay money for it or anything. This is just a fan project, but maybe that they have a YouTube channel, and I might consider asking them if they'd be fine promoting it on their channel. I think that'd be awesome. I can promote it on my channels, and they can promote it on their channels too. The people, and also one quick thing I want to say: the people there are super nice, and they deserve the world. They're so nice, and they love what they do, and I love what they do. They're so awesome. I recommend heavily going there and checking them out, and riding the train. It is awesome. It is a heartwarming experience. I'm gonna quickly make a thing that goes above the firebox that you can put like oil lamps and whatnot on. Save all this goofy stuff. Now I think about it, I should probably do that for this too. Alright, here is this little shelf thing. Let's take it for a quick little spin. Put that over there so it's not blinding. Hey, you can actually, it actually has light in there so you can see it in there. That's actually kind of cool. Well, I have an idea for this. Making that pitch black. So when you look in there, it looks like it's just a normal firebox. Oh no, no, I didn't mean. I didn't want to do that. Why is this here? Now group this. That goes there. That gets welded to that. That gets welded to that. Let's take it for a little spin. Oh, that actually looks kind of cool. and it works just fine. So now we have a firebox door, and it even looks like it has a fire in there. Oh no! The fire and smoke particles are actually like escaping the firebox. That's not too good. But I mean, it works. It doesn't look terrible, so I'm gonna go with that. Roblox particles are very confusing and annoying at times. But yeah, this actually looks a lot cooler and a lot better than it did from when I started. I love this train so much. Yeah, for those who didn't see it, who weren't here since the beginning, off screen I actually did these handrails, and I altered these ones a little bit. I did a couple other minor things as well, and I also off screen I made these safety valves appear. But on screen, the first thing I did was make this pipe. I believe this is an injector that injects water into the boiler. I made this pipe on both sides. I made the doors and the windows inside the doors. And then we did the seats and everything. I might as well make these fully transparent so you can't see them, since you don't necessarily need to do that anymore. I don't need to see them. So yeah, the seats are now completely done. I've started work on the back of the firebox. We made this little thing to hold stuff, and we made the firebox door. We've made the floors for the We made the floor for the firebox, in the cab, and we made this little post. I believe it connects the firebox and the rest of the engine to the frame, and it's already looking a lot better and a lot more snazzy. And before I go, what I'm gonna do is, I don't think anyone's requested it, but I have a test track over here, and for fun, let's take the engine. Oh crap, I need to release this cab from its internal prison. There we go. So for fun, let's take the train on a little spin. I'm gonna group it all together so I can just move it around easier. Alright, that looks about right. Play here, and hopefully it shouldn't fall through the ground or fall off the tracks. Depends on how I aligned it. And it looks perfect. Seeing it on the nice looking track is actually really cool. And yeah, some things some things do have collisions turned on, so you can actually like walk on the boiler and top of the cab per se, but other things, such as the tinier details, are not. Because one tip, like I said this before, and I'll say it again, only for the things that deserve it, turn on collisions. Because in the case of the walkway up here, the smoke box, and the boiler, and these sand domes and steam domes, and the cab itself, or the cab floors and everything, then turn on collisions, like stuff that you're physically supposed to walk into or walk on in real life. Turn collisions on. But for other stuff like these, like the lights and this bar that goes around here and the number plate on the front and the handrails and everything, just turn collisions off, because if you have it on, then it's more hard work for the computer to process everything, because it's not just rendering, but you also have it also has to calculate every single detail about a particular object and how light is supposed to reflect off of it and everything. So turn off collisions whenever possible to minimize the amount of calculations that it's doing, and that'll greatly help optimize your games. Okay, let's take this thing for a little spin. Look at it go! Just wait until I get a tender and some coaches for it. That'd be cool. I love this hobby. This is cool. And we can go to the in-cab view, and we can actually see we can see our train going down the line. we can see the fire. We can see the stuff escaping from the firebox and everything. This is actually really, really cool. Oh yeah, and in the real thing, there's windows back here in the cab. I don't know if those were original or if those were added on later, but considering the fact that this is a logging engine and logging trains usually went backwards as common as they went forwards, I would see that I would fully understand that they would add windows back here so you can see going backwards, especially since the tender, it has like it almost looks like it has a deliberate cutout, so like you have better visibility while looking out this window. I would move the seat over a little bit more, but then my entire body would be clipping through the wall, so unfortunately, they were just kind of stuck with that view through the door. Also, like one fun thing that I've noticed, in real life, the engineer and firemen of the 70, they usually open the door so they have even better visibility. I may have a thing where it's like you can click it and the door will open. But even though it doesn't really matter, like if you just wanted to look cool and look realistic, you can just have it open if you wanted. I'd have to figure out the stuff of doing that, because I know how to make it so you can click a switch track and then it'll open, but I don't know the logistics of doing that on a train itself. I'll have to figure that out. But if you have any recommendations or tips that I don't know when it comes to Roblox development, please let me know. And if you have any suggestions for this locomotive itself, also let me know. And if you have any requests for locomotives that I should make in the future, please let me know. I know that there's going to be someone that wants me to build a big boy. I already have plans for that, as well as a Challenger and FEF class, so UP844. Look it up if you don't know what that is. It's awesome. I also do plan on making every other Mount Rainier Scenic Railroad operable engine, both diesel and steam. And again, for some people who don't understand what operable means, operable is the same thing as operational. So every operational locomotive and also going to be operational locomotive. So because some of them are being restored right now, I'm going to remake. For example, for people who know their Mount Rainier Scenic Railroad lore, the 17 and the 5 are going to be two that I'm going to make. And once I figured out how to make a geared locomotive in Roblox Studio, I'm going to make all of their geared locomotives. And that's going to be a trip to hell and back. But I'm going to do it because I love that place and I love their company and everything because they're cool people. Cool stuff for cool people, as I often say. But I hope that the people who've watched the stream since the beginning, we've just crossed over 2 hours. And I'm gonna go because I have plans for later tonight. And I also want to get to bed at a reasonable time. Wait, I think I could actually couple up to this car and everything. Yo. And I could even take it. This is just a base for like a freight car or something. But this engine actually has pretty good power and torque and everything. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I hope people who've joined the stream, either you've watched it since its beginning or are just now tuning in, I greatly appreciate all of you for joining in. And let me give a shout out to all the people I noticed in the chat. I'd like to give a shout out to J-Dog for being cool. Scully Bones, who also joined in. Joseph Gee, if that's how you pronounce it. Or G, if that's how you pronounce your name. And thank you all, Shotus, for joining the stream. I greatly appreciate it. And without any further ado, let's crash this into the other train. Well, that wasn't as spontaneous as I was hoping, but let's try something. Oh wait. There we go. Oh, we just straight up. But, well, I guess without any further ado, goodbye, and I will see you next time. Thank you all for joining the stream. I'll see you another time. Bye bye. Bye bye.